A very popular Nigerian African superstar, Burna Boy. He sang it and it's true. He said, "You don't have last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. Shayo." It's true. Hi guys, welcome back. She's back. Welcome back to my channel. In case this is the first time here, in case you're seeing my face on my channel for the very first time, hi, my name is Sky. Welcome to my channel. Over here I make content around lifestyle, creativity and productivity. Everything is chill, everything is minimal and simple over here. So if you like the vibe, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Today is extra special because I have a guest. She's been here before.
Yeah.
And people who know me, who have watched my content, know I talk about her even though she's not here, but she's here in person. Miss Tara herself.
Yeah.
Let her introduce herself again for those of you who don't know her.
Hi guys, my name is Tara and I'm on Sky's channel. So I've been here before and I loved how we talked about what we talked about. If you haven't seen that video, please go and watch that video. And here today we want to talk about something as juicy or even more juicier than what we talked about in the last in her last video. So we're here.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know her channel, I'm going to leave her channel on the screen and down in the description bar. She does, it's not like here, there is serious finance, business, entrepreneurship, anything, money, wealth, self-development. Her channel is awesome and she's blowing, so go
blowing.
Go, you guys, I'm going to leave her channel on the screen so you go and follow and subscribe, more importantly. But today we're talking about, we're looking sweets first of all, because what I want to discuss is not sweets, but we need something to balance out what we're discussing.
You guys know this sweet Baba Dudu.
You guys, we are obsessed. We are obsessed with this sweet. We lick it like all the time. We're obsessed. A very popular Nigerian African superstar, Burna Boy. He sang it and it's true. He said, "You don't have last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. Shayo." It's true. By the way, in case you don't know what breakfast refers to, in case you're not African, you don't know, you're not hip to what's happening, or you don't know what this slang means, this is not breakfast as in food or English breakfast. This is not breakfast as in breakfast in bed. This is breakfast as in heartbreak, like hot tears, heartbreak. That's what this breakfast refers to. And unfortunately, it goes round. It's every single person. So today we just want to touch on this problem, this phenomenon, this heartbreak or breakfast that everybody seems to have some sort of story to tell. And we might share a little bit of anecdotes here and there of our own personal experiences, but we just feel like let's touch on if you can avoid this thing at all, because it hurts. Heartbreaks suck. Let nobody deceive you. And we don't know if it's avoidable. For me, I don't think it's avoidable, but some people are lucky, I guess, and they've been able to avoid. But I feel like now with time and with age, we've come to know something that you can probably avoid.
Yeah.
These are things that if you look out for, you might be able to at least reduce the chances of you suffering heartbreak. It won't guarantee 100%, but this might help in case anybody's watching, if you are younger or even at your whatever age you're at. These things can save you from hot serving breakfasts. You guys. So first of all, do you have any breakfast story? May I have small?
Okay, maybe we'll start with yours.
Okay, you guys. And the bad thing about the breakfast, first of all, is that sometimes it doesn't even come from relationships. That's even the bad parts.
True that.
Because if it's relationships, at least you know you got the heartbreak for something valuable. Sometimes it's talking stage. Sometimes it's even friendships. True. Sometimes it's then relationships, which are really bad. And of course, the very crazy one is marriages, which we're not married. I'm not married. She's not married yet. So we don't know that aspect. So we're talking about general friendships, relationships. Yeah. And I've had breakfast though. They've served me breakfast. God, my sister, breakfast no easy.
Please tell us the most recent.
Breakfast. The most recent one, my brethren. The most recent one was in a relationship. So it wasn't like it was some random person, right? It was a relationship and it was serious. It was not a short time. It was long.
Were you in love with this person?
Oh, absolutely. That's why it pains. If you're not in love with the person, it might not pay you so much because you are one leg out. But if you are full on with the person, like committed, the breakfast will to be Anyway, so, and the thing about breakfast in my experience is that sometimes you feel it's coming.
Oh yeah,
sometimes you feel it's coming, even though like you don't have
smell the bullshit from afar.
You smell it coming. You don't have any concrete evidence, but you can smell that something is off here.
Yeah.
So I had that feeling at the beginning of the relationship. I had the feeling, but like every new relationship is not 100% clear, so you give it some time and then you build up from there. So we built up to something pretty solid, and we were making plans and everything was going well. At least I was making plans. We were making plans.
I don't remember I called Sky. I won't talk now. How far this bobo?
One thing about me, if you're in my life, you know what's happening. I don't pretend. I don't form hard guy. So everybody around me knew what was going on, good or bad,
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, all my friends knew I was dating this person. Even my sister knew, so some part of my family members knew. My mom even knew. So it wasn't like a small relationship. It was serious for me. So when the breakfast finally happened, this was 1.5 years in, and the breakfast was out of the blue in the sense that we didn't fight. Sometimes there's somebody that you put fights. It's kind of you know that okay, something caused this breakfast that was coming. So this person apparently has decided that he didn't want us to be together anymore, and then he announced it to me. They told me. Kudos to him for even telling me, because they put that they start breakfast and they'll just ghost. We mentioned ghosting the last time we had the video. Yeah, so ghosting is another story, but breakfast inside ghosting is even worse. So but this one, they didn't ghost me, they told me, and it was such a heartbreaking, because when you're young, when I'm in my 30s now, like in my early 20s or so, when you're young or teenage, breakfast then you may cry, but breakfast in your 30s, when
you've already started planning with this
planned your life already. At our level, you can't just be
you were intentional with this person.
Yes.
So you felt like you knew where you were going.
I wanted to marry this person. In my head, I felt like we're there. So having breakfast, so I was thinking, the heart is there. I cried. I remember crying to my friends. Anybody that called me, I would cry. I cried. I said, so what happened? And people were asking, wait, what happened? You didn't fight. What did you do to him? Nothing. Did you see him? Was it like another woman? No. What was the problem? So I can't speak for the person, obviously, but I felt like it was such a crushing moment for me. It was so crushing. It was breakfast, hot, and you cry. I don't know for other people, but for me, it touched me so much. And it was recent, so it took a while for me to get over it, but it was really deep for me. I took your own. Exactly. Sorry to me.
Recently I was telling this. I was saying this to Sky, and I was saying, I don't think, or I have never really fallen in love like the way other people have experienced it. Yes, I've been in a very beautiful relationship in the past, but looking back, I'm someone that if you just have this, if you're a good person, I'll go along with you, and if I like your vibe. But I don't think I have really fallen in love with this one person before. I'm waiting to experience that. But my very first breakfast, let me tell you guys, it wasn't even from a relationship. Yes, as a young teenager, we were, I think, a group of four girls. Group of 4 girls, and we were close. Our parents were friends, and then we were also friends. We were in a dance group.
Dance group. Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, so we're close. I think at this stage I was maybe 16, 17.
Yeah.
So we're close and all of that, and I started feeling this withdrawal from the other girls because 2 were siblings. Like they were closer
than you.
So I didn't know
I
didn't know what was happening. I've had they were like the sweetest people. They're like my siblings actually. But I started feeling this withdrawal from them. I didn't know what happened. I remember was it my 14th birthday? We were so little, but they were able to give me this surprise party.
So we were close.
Yeah, we were very close and knitted together. So this period now, I just noticed something was happening. And they were, even to my face, they were making some comments. And yes, it was some way. And it got to a stage, there was this family friend that used to stay with us, Auntie Doris. Then I'll be telling Auntie Doris, I don't like the way these girls are talking about me. This time around, they don't even care if I'm in front of them, blah, blah, blah. Auntie Doris was like, don't worry, you guys are children, blah, blah, blah. But we're 17, we're done with secondary school at this point.
So you knew?
I knew. So fast forward, we go out together, and they started going out without me. So I started feeling I started feeling it. So that was like my first introduction to heartbreak. So finally, Auntie Doris called me and said, see, I think they don't want to be friends with you anymore. And I don't think it's whatever.
But why? Did they tell you? Did anybody say anything?
I just feel we outgrew the friendship.
Aye.
Yeah, that's what I think. So we outgrew the friendship. A lot of other things came up here and there, but I just felt, even before those little flimsy issues came up, they were too close to each other.
Yes.
Maybe I was just
left out. Yes.
So that was my first introduction to heartbreak. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do a lot of things. I was so. Auntie Doris would be saying, "Hey, no be man, just I'm like, you don't understand." But I felt it, and it was really, really hard for me to let go of that friendship, because you might be thinking, "Oh, 17, you were young," but looking back, we're doing
already.
We're like grown. I was out of secondary school at that time, so that was my first introduction to heartbreak. And I think the next one was when I went for my National Youth Service. Yeah. So this period, as a couple, everybody was dating each other. I was just like, nah, it was a village. I didn't like the vibe. And as an international student that I was, everybody was giving me this preferential or treatment. So I just felt special. And also, I was very industrious. Is that the word? Yeah. So I had like a shop. It was a village. So I was quite popular. So I was on my own. No, it was like maybe 4 months to the end of NYSC, or 5 months to the end of NYSC. So I was walking to the ATM, and then this guy drove. I'm just going to speed up. So this guy came.
No,
he likes
me.
No. He likes me. Blah blah blah. This guy, God, he was so nice. Right? And like I said earlier, if you're a good person, you have a good vibe, and I see that we have similar interests. I don't necessarily wait to have the butterflies and be like, oh, I want to. Yes, if you're a good person, before within my spec, Sky knows my spec. Before within my spec, it is just easy for me to like, okay, let me get to know you, and you like me more than I like you in the initial stage, then we are good to go. Maybe that's a red flag. I don't know, but I don't seek for too much. I just feel like you're a good person, I'm a good person. We can
once you click with someone.
Once we click, yes, I don't wait for that. Oh, I'm in love. No, I don't wait for that moment. Maybe I should wait. I don't know. No. So fast forward, this guy, he was doing all of these things. He was so sweet. I was like, where did this person come from? He will come to our Coppers Lodge. He was like, he's a banker or a manager. He will come, he will come, he will sit down with me and all of that. The breakfast this guy served me, up until today, I don't understand what happened.
Did he ghost or?
Ghosting! Okay, first, in quotes, I think he was involved in an accident. That was where he started from. He was involved in an accident. That till now, I'm still doubting if it was true. Right? Because I did not see him.
The story was just
it was just straight. So he was involved in an accident, and he had like 4 different numbers. A bank manager. Their phones
have like multiple.
So there was this day I called him, and then all the phones were off. So in my mind, and he was traveling somewhere, like a road trip, and in my mind, I knew something had happened. Right. So 2 days later, it was someone from the branch where I was serving that called me and told me that I see what happened to our boss. So I think blah blah blah. So I was like, oh, hope he's alive. So finally, he was out of ICU.
Wow. Okay.
Till today, he come off for ICU. I never see use ICU.
Yes. From there,
I haven't seen him. So. His friend died in the accident. So I was, what is happening? Okay, let me come and see. He said, no, I shouldn't come. And his sister is taking care of him. I was like, okay. The first month, your sister is taking care of you. Okay, no wahala. Yeah, he's now home. Let me come. My sister is still taking care of me. No, I don't want. So I just felt he had another, maybe I was a side chick.
Yeah, maybe.
He had like a main.
He was married too.
Maybe maybe he was married but this guy last week he still sent me message and I told him no. Don't mind them. Right? Guys. So don't mind him. So I don't think he's married, but maybe he's married, and that is his business.
Yeah, maybe there was someone.
So I felt he had like a serious relationship, and it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And he kept dragging this thing. I remember the day I was doing my passing out. I was like, I don't know what is happening. No, you said I shouldn't come and see you. You said so that was how this guy started ghosting till finally ghosted me. And then I said, oh, this is the handwriting on the wall, Tare.
That's it.
It was so painful because for me, I was not
worse because you didn't know. Like
I didn't know.
Mine is better. The story I told is better because they told me that.
Yeah. Oh, yours is better.
Straight to the point. But this one is even worse.
Oh, worse.
You went through the cooking of the breakfast.
Yeah.
You went through the serving.
Yeah.
You went and without even understanding what it was that happened. You guys. So breakfast comes in different forms and
different shapes,
unfortunately,
and sizes.
The first story was you were like teenage, right?
Yeah.
So you're never too young.
Never too young, never too
to
old.
serve breakfast. You're never too old. There are people that are in their 50s. They are here in the part of the world. You hear somebody saying that their dad died, for example, and during the burial, a whole new family shows up. Or some weird thing. Or some women will say, okay, they've been with their partners for a long period of time, and then next thing, their partner absconds and maybe goes abroad, and next thing stops communicating to them. There are so many ways, but you guys, it sucks. But very interestingly, have you served anybody breakfast? I haven't. Thinking back at it,
actually, but not in a very terrible way.
Right.
I have actually.
Yeah, because sometimes you can't help it.
Yes.
You have to break up with someone for different reasons. But how you do it is what makes it
funny
breakfast.
enough. Oh God, this guy. I don't know if I should say this. This guy, he was really sweet and all. So there was this time in my life where I outrightly told him that I cannot date him because I'm too broke.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, hold on. But he's very sweet and all. He died anyways.
Oh.
So I could remember when I told him that no, I was just in a very bad place mentally, financially, physically. He was so heartbroken. He sent me a message. He said, oh, why? Blah, blah, blah. And then one of my best friends was getting married. And he was like, you see, we met before these other people met. So now they are getting married. Yes. So we became good friends, kind of. But I just told him I could not date him. Yeah. And then there was this time, he always sends me messages on my birthday. So my birthday passed. And I was like, I've not heard from this guy. What happened? What's up? So I said, okay, then I'd already moved to Ghana. I said, okay, I was going to reach out to him. And then months passed. My mind just kept saying I was going to reach out to this guy. And then I slept and woke up. I dreamt about him and I told my other sister, I dreamt about this guy. I'm going to
try and reach out.
So that day I looked for his number on WhatsApp. It was telling me invite to WhatsApp. I was like, hey, invite to WhatsApp how? Maybe he has traveled out or something. I tried calling, the number wasn't going through. So I went on his Instagram. And then the last picture he had was a picture of him and his friends, right? Oh. So I saw somebody wrote RIP there. So I thought maybe one of his friends. Them. So I was like, oh, let me go on. I sent him a DM. He didn't respond. So I went to Facebook. And then that was where I saw people saying
RIP.
So I felt so bad. Wow. Really, really bad.
Yeah, that's
really bad. Yeah.
That's
so aside him,
not had anybody.
No, I've not. No,
yeah. Because for the fact that I've been on the receiving end of breakfast, I try not to get to a point where, like, if someone's approaching me or close and I know that it's not going to work, like how you did it, it's more respectable because you didn't let them get too deep.
Yes.
Right? So it's not like getting into a relationship proper and then months down the line you are serving the person. It's like, to me, I feel like
wickedness.
You don't need...
I even feel
it's wickedness. It's actually wickedness. Like, because why?
I hate when people ghost people.
Like, for some of them, it's like it makes them feel like powerful. It makes them feel like the fact that they can cause you to cry or they can cause you to beg or something, like, makes them feel great.
But have you ever begged someone that says,
hey, I have? Well, yes, I have.
Wow, like you begged?
I have.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I have. I was much younger at that time, but it's just that's how much. I didn't even know when I started saying, let's talk about it. So, because, like I said, like, if we don't fight, there's nothing for me. I feel like I'm always blindsided when there's no particular issue. I feel like with most relationships, if there's a specific problem and two of you want to be together, you can talk it out or try and sort it out. But when they just come at you with this, one said it was his mom. Oh, my very first, really, then I was very young. So he's from one state and from another state. So after a while, it was like, his mom says he was the only son at the time, that his mom has, that he has to marry from their place, being that he's the only son. It was so painful. So that then I was like, okay, my head, you can't even fight that. You can't argue with that one. So that's because why would I want to fight? Whether it's true or lie, I don't know, but that was what I said at the time. So but this person I begged, I was younger then, but I just feel like, God, let's even talk about it. Let's even try. But that was it. But yeah, I've begged. It's just crazy. But looking back now, my friend will always say something, and it's true. Men will always show you who they are.
Sure.
They will show you who they are one way or another.
Sure.
Like they might pretend. Some people might pretend all the way through. Some might pretend halfway. But more often than not, it's the women that want to explain.
I came to this realization when I grew up with over 14 men in the house.
Yep.
My uncles, my brothers, you understand. And one thing men will always show you. Few men pretend,
Yeah.
Men will always show you who they are. Let's take it from people that have abusive husbands right now. One way or the other, the guy has shown you his true color before. Yep. But you know, we women now, we're very nurturing. Oh, maybe if I do this way and I don't do this other way, he's going
to explain.
Or right now, you have a guy that is talking to you. That guy, he responds to your message whenever.
Yeah, not consistent.
He's not consistent, and you think when you're in a relationship with him, it's going to be consistent. You see,
it's not.
You're setting yourself up for ghosting, heartbreak.
Yep.
You understand? So
so look out for off the bat from the beginning, and it's hard to do. I guess when you're young, guys, even harder because you're still in the like romanticizing stage. I know butterflies are everywhere, but over time, if you want to avoid breakfast, or let me say, if you want to reduce your chances of having said breakfast, look out for specific behaviors that you know you don't want. From the beginning. Like I've met people that I actually like. Like I met a few people that we click and there's butterflies, there's attraction, but I'm seeing behaviors that I know this is problematic.
You can't put up with this behavior
at all. Like I don't take risks. All the breakfasts have been served are breakfasts like I've explained where we were all in, and they themselves were the ones that came up and said
they don't want
no for whatever reason, because of they have their own reasons why. But I will not intentionally off the bat go into something with somebody who is exhibiting behaviors that I know this is problematic. So if someone is the person that is likely to serve you breakfast will show you from the beginning, they'll either they'll over pretend, they'll love bomb you. You know what love bombing is? People that will, oh my God, you're sugar and tea. 2 days in the relationship, they're telling you everything. We'll marry. They are pursuing you with, that thing is not sustainable. More often than not, it might not be real, or they're just putting up an act. It's not slow and steady. It's not consistent. It's not systemic. It's just 2 days. They're already promising you heaven and everything. They're already doing all of these amazing things. That this is not real.
So you should watch out.
Watch out for those kind of things. The inconsistency is the easiest sign. That one is not even, and it's very common.
I want to say this. Hold on, and I have to. If you know me, I like to go back to the Word of God. So now let me quickly show you guys this.
We are preaching now, so listen.
In Proverbs 4, verse 23 says, we should guard our hearts with all diligence, because from our heart flows the issues of life. So we all know, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life, right? So for me, I got to understand this scripture, I think maybe 6 years ago.
Okay.
And then what I do is, before, if a guy comes and you ask me out, like from 6 years now, I tell you outrightly, if I like you, I say, let's be friends. We go out, like we are good friends. And then if we know deep down that we want to settle down with each other, then we take it from there. This is going to save you from
slowing down.
Slowing down things. I know nowadays, a lot of people is making it look like, from my own point of view, a lot of people is making other people feel like once you meet somebody, once you just hear dates, the next thing is catching feeling and having sex. If you are built like a robot and you don't even have feelings, no wahala, you can do what you want to do. But if you are someone that you know that this thing will affect you, get to know this person, explore with this person, be friends. It will be hard to break your friend's heart. You understand? Be friends with this person. Not immediately they ask you out, you don't know. Oh, yes, you just jump into it. It might lead to
slow down.
It works for some people,
but most of the time, doesn't, because someone that's not genuine.
Yeah.
If you slow it down, most likely they're going to you see it very quickly.
Yeah.
And the thing about inconsistency is like someone that is okay. One other thing again to look out for me, and this is very big for me, is doing what you say you're going to do. Right? Everybody I get close to, I tell you, I rather you don't ghost me, whatever you're doing. If you don't feel like it anymore, let me know. And I respect people that come to tell you I'm no longer interested. It will hurt you, but it's even worse if they don't tell you or begin to play games. So someone that tells you that I'm going here and really they go there. But whether I approve of you going there or not, I know I know who they are and where they stand. Those people are less likely to give breakfast because whether they like you or not, you can see, you can tell, you know where you stand. But somebody who pretends or somebody who what they are saying and what they are doing, something as small as I'm going to call you tomorrow. Something as little as that. Yeah, you can make all the excuses in the world. Oh, I was busy. Yes, but we're all busy. But for me, that's how something as small as it's a problem for me in business because if I tell you ABC and we agree on ABC, I expect ABC. If something has changed that you cannot meet up, please let me know. That's what I expect, and that's how I also behave too. So, but someone that is not steady like that and that is not consistent in their behavior versus their words, they are more likely to serve you breakfast. That's the truth about it. That's
okay. So for now, we've talked about preventing.
Preventing.
Now, if they've given you breakfast.
Oh, sorry.
Now they've served it.
My sister and brother. Sorry.
What do you do next? Let me go first. For me, when not just breakfast, but let me also relate it to heartbreak. When I'm feeling a certain type of way, or let's say, okay, I got heartbroken by this person, what I do is I list out new skills I want to learn.
Oh, yeah.
If I know I want to take a course, like I list them out. I think all the times I've learned something new, from driving to bead making to it was when I was heartbroken. When I started learning how to sew was I taught the very first one when I was feeling some certain type of way. I told my mom I want to go and learn how to. I didn't have interest in sewing.
You
just redirected that. So I learned. So all the times I've learned something new. Taking a new course as well, just to keep your mind a little bit busy. Feel what you want to feel, but don't be in that state for too long.
Yes.
So I think
that's a good way of using your breakfast. So if you serve the breakfast and you feel a certain type of way, instead of sitting down and crying, you can still be crying, but you're crying with one eye. Use the other eye. She suggests that you learn something or occupy yourself with a new goal. It could be fitness, it could be anything, it could be learning a new skill like she did. For me, I think the first thing that helps me, and this has worked, is a belief thing. I say this all the time on the channel, and it's true. Most of the things that we do start from the mind, and this is true. This is not like motivational or anything. It's actually fact. The first thing I tell myself, and I really believe this, is that anything I'm feeling will pass. I always believe that it's going to pass, and this is true. So that kind of helps me wait it out. I know that there's nothing I'm feeling that will not pass, no matter how deep the pain is. I know that giving a little bit of time is going to pass, and I think that carries me through halfway. Of course, there's other things you have to do that are more active, but for me, waiting it out is one thing with the belief that it will pass.
For me,
and everything passes actually eventually.
For me, not to contradict what you're saying, I don't necessarily think it will pass, but I just feel like when you devise other means to help you cope with it, eventually that feeling will start to reduce and fade out. Because when you think of someone that has given you the heartbreak you have felt before, you still feel it kind of, but it is not as impactful because you don't fully forget. Yes, you don't fully forget. Yes, it's not fully it will not fade out totally, but because you devise other way to help you cope with it. Then when we mention the heartbreak, you're like, this was what happened.
Something that happened.
But you felt it, and
it's gone. And I think again, and this is controversial, and people will say so many things, but for me, you have to cut contact. Let me explain. If you and this person or you and these people, if you guys have maybe mutual friends, or maybe you are working in the same place and you are saying that you can't avoid seeing them, that's different. That one you have no choice, you have to just see them anyway and suck it up. But if you guys don't, if you're not in the same place, or you don't have mutual friends, or you don't have to see them, if you don't have to see them, if you don't have to talk to them on the phone, please, if delete number, delete pictures, or follow on social media.
I don't agree on that.
Like, I don't want to see. I just feel like we're not enemies. Like, we're not enemies. I don't wish you bad. I don't like good luck to you and whatever. I really, really don't wish you ill. But I feel like, especially if it's you that serve me breakfast. If me that serve you breakfast, different. But if you serve me breakfast, you've hurt me, intentionally serve me breakfast. I feel like at that point it's better, especially when it's still paining me. Maybe in the future, maybe if you need to say hi, but for me, I just cut.
For me, I'm not going to necessarily maybe block you.
I don't block. I delete number, delete pictures, videos.
No, I don't think
it's done for
me.
I
don't think. Like I said, I'm not falling in love like that before. I don't.
Yeah, okay.
There's nobody I've taken pictures.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. So maybe So
like maybe a lot of pictures together.
Okay.
Maybe it's
different.
But
if it's serious, you have memories together and stuff.
So you delete those pictures.
Not immediately, to be fair, because again, like I said, I will not rush through and form like it's not paining me. So there'll be time to look at the picture, look at messages, you read messages, you go through. Because me, like, at first I tried to make sense of it, so I went back to initial messages of how this person was thanking God that we got together. The person was every day, the person would be the one to like initiate talk, as in let's travel, let's go on vacations together. So I go back to try and make sense of all if anything if I missed anything, if anything changed that I didn't notice. Because sometimes you might not know something that has gone wrong. And then I do all of that, but after I'm done with that, it's like a process, like a grieving process of sorts. I go through that process. Sometimes I'll miss them, I'll go and look at pictures. But the truth is that after a while I have to let it go. I'm sorry. I have to just cut.
Another thing
unfollow.
Another thing again is start exercising. Start going to the gym.
It's true. You guys,
just start going to the gym. And also
true.
Not going to the gym because you want to meet. I know people say rebound, you need another person to help.
I don't advise rebound.
I don't. So go to the gym, exercise. Like, honestly, when you exercise, you feel tired and then you sleep well at night. Because I think the hardest part is maybe sleeping and eating. When you exercise, your body needs food and you sleep, right? And it will prepare you for the next day.
And even mentally, like it does something to you mentally and gives you secret nutrients.
There was this thing that really helped me. That same guy that I said the ghost thing. It was so hard for me to like go the whole day without talking to the person.
Oh, that's another thing. So habits.
So you know what I did? I have like a reminder on my phone. I go the first 2 hours
without
a reminder. You haven't spoken to this person.
Okay, yeah.
I go the next 4 hours. I go 7 hours.
Oh, like a count.
Yes, because it was so hard.
Yeah,
that's the way you keep looking at your phone.
That's true.
So I told myself, okay, go the first 2 hours.
Yes.
The next day you might break it, but forgive yourself and try again.
That's true. This is said like I did it, but like I didn't know it was this. Like it wasn't intentional because you're right.
So go the first 2 hours.
Yes, small, 1 day, 2 days,
and then sometimes you might break it and be like, oh no, I want to call the person. It's fine.
It's fine. Again. Yes, it's not
like a linear journey.
Yes,
just start again.
It takes
and
time.
See how.
Don't
give that person the power over you and say and if you beg them, they'll go still give you breakfast.
That's the same thing. Once somebody she laughs at me, but I'm a strong preacher. If somebody gives you breakfast once, that's it. Please.
That person might be your future husband. If you forgive the person. You know that the whatever issue is something you guys can reconcile.
Fine.
Forgive
the
person.
Problem. But if there's no issue, the person just being an asshole for no reason and breaks your heart and gives you breakfast.
Maybe it's the village people that
don't give them a second chance, because people are very funny. When they know that they can get away with it, they'll try it again. But again, this is about rebounds or about all these things. I feel like, and people are different, so obviously what I'm saying is not for everybody. There are people that feel like they need to get with somebody to get over somebody else. I feel like that's a little dangerous, because shortly after you get self breakfast, you're a little vulnerable at that point. You might feel like, okay, I want to show this person, I want to prove to myself and to everybody that I'm not down and out. I feel like there's no need for that. There's no, like, if you really meet somebody after, because I put that met their partners or long-term partners shortly after when we're going through something, so that's possible. But on a normal day, I feel after breakfast or after heartbreak or during heartbreak, it's not the best time for you to jump into something else. I feel like you should learn from every experience. So if there's something you've learned from a previous breakfast, maybe take some time to analyze that, process it, and then pick your lessons and then apply it to your next relationship. But if you're jumping from that rebound thing, not only can you hurt yourself, you can hurt somebody else that is just unsuspecting. So
and then there's this thing again. You see this popular saying of, I really know myself. I really know myself. See, once they serve you breakfast, take time to know yourself. Do you know that? It was from 2016 to 2018. That was when I really spent time with myself. I really got to know the person, Tare. I see. That was when I knew what I was allergic to. As small as insignificant. English. Insignificant as that, right? That was when I knew all the things I was allergic to.
Yes, you learn quite a bit.
Yes, I knew the way I like to sleep. Like, I started asking myself personal questions. You might think you have a favorite food, but you just be surprised that it was influenced by this person that you really like. So I took out time to, number one, know about this person called Tare, right? Learn new things that I like. Start a new journey,
new routine. If you're someone that have routines with your ex, start a new routine.
So take out time to start loving and knowing your person, like yourself. It will really help you heal fast.
Do you believe in being friends? Because in the past, people have serving breakfast and then try to be friends. Me, I'm not that magnanimous.
For me, I've heard when people say, we cannot continue this relationship, but let's just be friends. For me, when you use that phrase, it is stupid. Nobody has used it for me.
Oh, they've tried. They've tried me.
It is stupid.
Like, no.
I also think, you know how I say this thing, there's nobody right now that
you felt that strongly about
that, and also there's nobody right now in my life that will say, Tare is keeping grudges with me. You might be keeping grudges with me, but I will not actively say, So fine. There was one guy, one time he was big-headed guy, misbehaving and all of that. We did not really date. So, and then he wanted to come back to be friends. I was like, okay, no wahala. You can only be friends with me to the extent that I allow it, right? So I was like, okay, no wahala. He was just doing his thing. Then I realized that he thought I was a stupid person. And then I had to call him out. I said, see, forget, I'm not a stupid person. You misbehave the other time. I'm just talking to you because we are humans, and I don't want to. I don't want to give you that power.
She's very gracious.
I don't want to give you that power over my head, right? But I when this person misbehaved, and I told him, I said, see, and there's this thing with me. I'll tell you. I'll say, for the sanity of the both of us, I think I should just block you. When you have sense, kindly reach out to me. And you know that when I do that to people, it might take 2 months, 3 months, even a year, and then they'll reach out and say, I'm sorry about what I did, and then now they know this is my boundary. You cannot.
Okay, fair enough.
As for being friends with the person, yes, we can still talk. And all of that.
You try. Don't even greet me. Don't greet me. Don't call me. Don't message me.
I'll talk to you.
We are done.
See, sometimes I might even see somebody, like literally, I would have forgotten that
the person did
something. Is this person? When I get to my what? It is this person? So I don't.
No. Because that's the thing. Because of how fairly I treat the person. So I treat you very fair. I'm a very fair person. That's like one of my qualities that I thank God for. I treat you fairly and I expect fair treatment back. So once I don't, because if I offend you, I'll say sorry very quickly. That's not a problem. I'll try and fix it if you tell me, I'll fix it. But barring all of these things, if you out and out decide to treat me badly, I feel like coming back to say let's be friends, to me it's like an insult someone. And like, why? Because I have friends, like I always say, I have friends, I have enough friends. I feel like I have friends, even though I'm open to making new friends. I feel like there's a trust issue there that will always be there in my head. And I have a theory that human beings will try things. Human beings love to push boundaries. The same thing that they will not try with you, is that same person that won't try that rubbish with you because you've told the person your boundaries.
They'll try with
somebody else. So the more you allow people get away with things, the more they try and push the envelope, the more they try you. That's just, I feel human beings are like that. So just to avoid it, like I said, I will not wish the person bad, but being friends with your, we say all this to say that it's not fair. For her, she's open to possibly having some sort of a friendship, at least cordiality with you. Me, I'm on the opposite. Let's not even be friends. So if you are going through breakfast, don't be pressured into being friends. They might come back and ask you, let's be friends. If you need time, take all the time. Tell them, you know what, I've heard you, we can be friends later, but for now, while they are going through your healing journey, in quotes, I would just be careful with how you proceed with any friendship they might propose, even if you want to be friends with them. If you can't avoid, like I said, maybe people have work or mutual friends, then maybe that one you have no choice, you have to stop it up, but you don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to go any extra mile that you're not comfortable with. More importantly, this is very sensitive and no shade or judgment to anyone. If someone starts with breakfast and they said, okay, if I don't want to be friends, so they will try and be friends with you. If you guys are having sex or sleeping with each other before, they'll try and come back with that leg. So they don't want a relationship with you, or they don't respect you enough to break up in a decent manner, but don't try and sleep with you. Please don't prove that you are over them by trying to sleep with them. I hear some girls say this thing. I'm like, what are you doing?
I also hear that guys will not necessarily break up with you openly. That's why, like, kudos to the guy that told you that.
I respect that.
That's why sometimes they'll ghost you and sometimes they'll start acting strange so that you call it off. My dear, just call it off.
Call it off.
If they're acting strange and they're behaving like, just call it off.
Call it off. They don't want to be the one to
say. Just say, okay. And then when you do it first, it gives you this power. Yep. Like you feel like, yes, I called it off.
If you see if you see breakfast coming,
if you see comment, give it to them first.
If you see
breakfast
I had to
coming,
use
my British accent to say that.
So if you see comment,
give it to them first.
Give it to them first. So do that. So that's if you see it's coming, because people who try and bullshit, they try and gaslight you, try and make you feel as if
gaslighting is a thing.
Yeah, they try and make you feel as if you know, yes, because there's no evidence.
Yes, you now start telling them, but when we started, you used to come in morning, afternoon, and they'll tell you,
I'm busy now.
I'm busy now. That is why they did not promote them in their job. They even became jobless. And then
everybody's busy, by the way. Everybody's busy, unless you're idle, but most people are busy anyway. So to me, when they tell me you're busy, it's like excuse. So you know, deep in your heart, you can tell more often than not. You can tell when breakfast is coming. For friendship breakfast, do the same thing. Put your boundaries where you must. You can't avoid breakfast, but you can help how you process it and how you heal. And don't go about hurting other people just because you were served breakfast and then go and be an asshole and hurt somebody else. Doesn't help anybody. No, it doesn't. So that's our little breakfast story. Let me know what your breakfast story is. Have you been served breakfast? Are you the server of breakfast? Let me know. If you are the server of breakfast, stop that. That is not good. It's hurting people. It's not easy, please. It's not easy. So deal with people as fairly as possible. Let me know what your stories are in the comment section. I'll be very happy to hear and respond. People don't comment. People watch my videos, but they don't comment. We have a small community, so I mean, it shouldn't be a problem for us to comment.
Please comment.
Leave a comment. If you got to this point, shout out to you. This is a very long video. I know it's very long, but it's a very interesting topic that we always talk about all the time. And jokes aside, shout out to everybody who's going through heartbreak. Sorry, it's going to get better. Sorry. It's get better. So you won't die from it. You won't die. I promise you.
Try not to die from it.
Yeah, try not to die. Don't, like, you always meet don't worry, it will pass. You meet somebody else in front. There's people fool this world. Yeah. People fool this world.
Even though we never still see our own person.
Well, but people fool. Like 6 billion people in this world. One person cannot come and kill you. Don't worry. It's definitely get better. So yeah, leave me a comment, give it a thumbs up, go to her channel and watch her content. You're gonna like it. It's finance, everything, money. So the big woman you can see.
Hey! Oh my God.
The big woman. So I'll leave her channel on the screen and description bar below. And give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.
I love you all, Sky's people.
See you. She loves you. People should comment and subscribe.